Hey everyone.
Morning, Coach. How are you today? We uh, we will get started right away for you because I know that you're busy with your preparations. We're going to start off with Paul from the Michigan Daily for you.
Morning, Juwan. I know family is something that you emphasize a lot within your program. What's been your message following a very difficult week for college students throughout Michigan, throughout following the shooting at Michigan State?
Well, my message has been exactly what I told you guys after the Wisconsin game. Right now it's not about the sport, it's about, life. And unfortunately, there were those that were lost during this such tragedy. And it hit home, and it hit very close to home for us. Yes, it did not hit on our campus, but, Michigan State, knowing them very well and, happened to, go on campus and play against, State, in basketball as a player, now coach against them as a coach. You just understand that, life is so precious. And when especially these kids and how it can be damaging to them and their families, this is not easy. So this is a tough one that we all are dealing with. And I say we all because our heart goes out to the Michigan State family. And then also, more importantly, the condolences to the families of the lost ones. So this is not one of those where you just think about the sport; you think about people.
Hey, Juwan, it's John Neal from the News. This is going to be the second time in 3 months at Chrysler there's a moment of silence to pay tribute after a shooting on your opponent's campus, and I wondered just how that makes you feel as a coach, but also more so as a parent, as a citizen, about where we're at in this country.
Yes, it's been interesting this entire time of my 4 year being a coach here at the University of Michigan. With COVID, and then with all these gun violences that's happening throughout the world, and then also within the U.S. and now, like you touched on, like with the Virginia. What happened with the University of Virginia on their campus, and knowing one of the players that were killed in that shooting, and having my boys play with them in high school, and one of the high school teammates on the basketball squad, and then knowing the mom and dad, that one hit really, really close to home. And then now we play Michigan State, and they're going through what they're going through, and we all know it's not easy. So we're just going to, be there to support like we've been from day one. And at the same time, understanding that, yes, sports do help a lot of ways and cure of giving that therapy that you need to help try to take your mind away from, what just happened. And after talking to Michigan State and their AD, and, after talking to Ward, they decided they want to play the game this weekend, and that will help them get through it. And if they would have said, we wanted to cancel, I would have totally understood, just out of respect to everyone, because this is not, it's not easy until you start dealing with it yourselves.
Go on, kind of along those lines, I think many people are expecting kind of a different, maybe even a weird atmosphere tomorrow. Like, it's obviously a rivalry and an important game, but given what happened on their campus, what do you expect once the ball goes up on Saturday?
Well, I expect two competitive teams, still go out there and compete, and understanding that, this is, the game that they all love doing, and it's playing basketball. And, me and Coach Izzo enjoy and passion of, we put our, not only just our passion, but we put our heart into our players and helping them go through whatever they go through, but more importantly, preparing them to, to play the game that they truly love. So we know that once that tip ball goes up, it's going to be all about the game of basketball, and both teams trying to, at the end of the day, win.
Right. Thanks.
Hey, Juwan, I know a lot of Michigan students have friends at Michigan State, I guess, and including players on your team. I guess, just how have you noticed Monday's shooting? Maybe has it weighed heavy on any of your players at all?
Well, yes, it does. I mean, because, we have a close friend / relative. Her daughter goes to goes to Michigan State, and Um, Fortunate enough, she was not on campus during that time when the shooting occurred. So I never forget, reaching out to my wife and asking her, how is Naya doing? And she told me that she wasn't on campus at the time. So that was a sign of relief. But obviously I felt so deeply saddened for the others. And our players, they know folks there at Michigan State, and it's good to hear that. Sadly, but like the three that were lost, none of us knew any of them, but our prayers goes out to their for them and their families.
Next question for Coach, please.
Juwan, how do you walk that fine line, if there is one, between letting your players be the individuals that they are off the court and potentially being concerned with maybe some of the things they might say or how they might dress? How do you as a coach and as a leader kind of allow them to be individuals, but still kind of perhaps maybe want them to act and be a certain way off the court?
Well, there's always teaching moments, no matter what, whether it's on the court or off the court. And, we've had these conversations that is, open dialogue, player and coach. And, those moments, I think it's a time of growth. And, at the end of the day, every player has a platform. And you want them to use their platform, but you also want to be respectful of others as you articulate or communicate and express exactly what you're the message you're trying to convey at that time.
Coach, how special will it be to have the 2013 team back and honored? And then I know you went to the Final Four, I believe, that year as well. Do you have any memories from watching those guys 10 years ago now?
Yeah, I do have memories. And you said it, like it was, I recall, trying to find a flight from Miami to be there to support the team as they went on that amazing run. And then also, get to the national championship game, which, me personally know that's very hard to do. And, that was a moment of excitement for those players, the coaches, and as well as the Michigan's support staff. And being in that building in Atlanta and, just watching and seeing those young men and the staff go out there and compete against Louisville, it was remarkable, but it was a competitive game. Unfortunately, we did not come out on the winning side. But I think that team should be recognized and supported for that amazing run that year, and that's what Michigan family do. We were always about that family as far as alumni and those who paved the way for others, and they need to be recognized for putting in and supporting the university at its fullest.
Yeah, hey, Juwan. Obviously, the season's sort of coming down to the closing stretch here. Feels pretty much like a much must-win. A lot of these games have been. What do you think you guys need to do differently the second time against Michigan State that maybe you weren't able to do in East Lansing in order to win this one?
Well, I know the first half we struggled to score. We kept playing hard defensively. Second half we came out. We had a better second half. A big reason for our first half struggles was because of foul trouble. Second half we came out. We had our full strength, and we played well. We had a better second half, but unfortunately we played catch up throughout the game. I know there are a lot of things that we can discuss that we can do better. We're going to address that like we did yesterday in practice, and we'll continue to do today in practice so we can be ready to go tomorrow.
Juwan, how do you feel that this team has improved since that Michigan State game?
Oh, well, we improved a lot, but we're still a work in progress.
Juwan, I was wondering about late game situations. You guys are in games and playing defensively well late in games, and then the offense bogs down. Is there something you've detected there? Is it simply youth on the court? Is it something else that is bogging down late?
Well, there are a lot of players out. No, not a lot. Let me correct myself. There are players on our team that want to make the right play and want to make the right winning play, and we just haven't been able to capitalize on it down the stretch. And we will continue to work hard, and we'll continue to trust in one another. And at the end of the day, our goal is like we approach every game is to win. And unfortunately, like those close games haven't been in our favor as of late. But there's plenty of games to be played.
Does anybody have anything else?
Juwan, what is Terrence's status for tomorrow?
Actually, we will see today at practice, as far as how he's feeling and how he's moving. But yesterday, I know he did not practice.
Thanks.
Anything else, guys? All right, Coach. Have a great afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
All right. Stay safe.